Good afternoon, and welcome to ADG Squared News. My name's Garrett McDonough.
And I'm Amanda Bowling. How you doing?
I don't know what I said. Anyways, today we bring you an inside scoop on all things traveling. What the nerve you got? On the factors of traveling, we surveyed freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors from James Bowie High School and discovered some astonishing facts. Here are some of the questions we surveyed. The questions that we asked in our survey were: what grade level are you currently in? What mode of transportation do you use most when traveling out of state? A, plane. B, train. C, car. D, other. Heading to your destination. How many times have you been out of state? How many times have you been out of the country? Now we jump on over to Giselle Lozano to bring you the information we have gathered to see this amazing study. On to you, Lozano.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Inside Scoop of ADG Squared News. Today we'll be showing some outstanding facts we gathered from students at Bowie High School. Did you know that out of 55 students randomly selected by AQR teacher Mrs. Flick, only 2% have not been out of state?
What?
That means that 98 of the 55 students we surveyed have been on out-of-state adventures.
Wow!
That's 54 students out of 55. Sucks for the one student who got stuck in sunny Texas. Now to Danielle Bryant to tell us more about her traveling extravaganza.
Good afternoon, ADG Squared viewers, and thanks for joining us today. With the survey we conducted, we discovered that
when asking the students of each grade level how they get to their destination, almost every student said that they rode an airplane. We used a univariate question that gave them choices of choosing either a plane, a car, a train, or other.
And now, back to our favorite anchors, Garrett and Amanda.
Thanks, Giselle and Amanda, for the nice scoop. Now we have even more information to share with you.
Yes, thank you, Garrett. Now let's look at the relationship between people traveling out of state versus people traveling out of the country.
How many times out of state versus out of the country is bivariate data we displayed on the scatter plot using all 4 grade levels. As you can see from the scatter plot, not a lot of people have traveled out of state more than 20 times and out of the country more than 5 times. Sadly though, only 59.78% of the students answered out of the 92 total surveyed. But this info can be used for travel agencies by showing them that most people like to stay in state and save money rather than going out of state.
Isn't that outstanding?
Yes, I suppose it is. Did you ever wonder the number of times the students we surveyed have been out of state? Me too.
Is how many times each surveyed student has been out of the country. The bin sizes are 2.5 units. The units are how many times the student has been out of the country. The bin sizes means that each student's answer are placed into certain categories, as in one bin size is 0 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5, 5 to 7.5, etc. The purpose of this frequency histogram is to show the projected probability. With the data shown, one could conclude that the mode is in between 0 to 2.5, the first bin size. With the projected mode so low, companies should again look after their prices to see if there's any way they can make fares more affordable for families, to see more students having vacation out of the country.
This just in, we have some breaking news. Back to you, Giselle.
I come to you with new great juicy info on our traveling extravaganza. I just discovered that all of these people have been out of the country a different number of times.
What?
The box and whisker plot shows how many times the subjects we surveyed have been out of the country. Out of the 91 surveys we were able to use from our data, we discovered that the range was 20 because the lowest value was 0 and the highest value was 20. So we subtracted 20 minus 0 and got the range to be 20. We know that the median is 1. That means that half of the subjects surveyed have been out of the country 1 or less times and the other half 1 or more times. Overall, our data concluded that a majority of our students have traveled out of the country. How exciting!
Isn't that exciting? Yay, traveling! Now back to you, Danielle.
Thanks, Gazelle.
Really?
Now I'll be comparing lowerclassmen and upperclassmen and how many times they've been out of state.
Upperclassmen and whether or not they've been out of state for vacation. The diagram shows that 98.28%, or 57 out of 58 of the upperclassmen surveyed, have been out of the state of Texas for vacation. Furthermore, the underclassmen, surveyed 33 out of 35, have been out of state for vacations. That's 94.29%. With 90 out of 93 students surveyed having been out of state for vacations, airline and oil companies should drop their prices so that even more students and families can take vacations and spend quality time with one another.
Looks like most high schoolers have been out and about.
Exciting. Now we're going to be comparing upperclassmen to lowerclassmen by the amount of times they've been out of state.
This comparative graph displays the upperclassmen and lowerclassmen and their trips that they have taken out of this country. The information was gathered using the stratified sampling method. This method was used because it allowed the data to be put into clusters by dividing them into upper and lower classmen. Then we would use all of the data given. The graph shows that 50% of the answers given are between 0 and 1 for both the upperclassmen and lowerclassmen. Although, while the median of both graphs is 1, the upperclassman displays Q3 as 4, while the lowerclassman's Q3 goes out to 2.5. This shows that of the data given, upperclassmen take 1.5 more trips in the Q3 percentile. This data could be used to show international airlines to lower ticket prices for students so they can travel the world and experience new cultures.
It's our inside scoop on traveling extravaganza at Bowie High School. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Do, 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 do.